Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Tuesday Focus. John, no Friday Focus this week. We are on an unusual Tuesday night race night at Armadale as myself, Graham Muncie, joined by John McGillivray, and we're going to look back on what was a pretty resounding win for the Monarchs in the end, 57-33 on the night, and that meant, I forgot, I checked this before it came on, 108-72, there we go, 108-72 aggregate victory for the Monarchs, and that means a move into the playoff semi-final. John, the hard work was probably done down at Redcar the other Sunday, but there was still a job to finish tonight, and the boys stuck to the task and put in a romp performance that will build that confidence up with big matches still to come.
Yeah, and it was, we spoke before, it was a real team performance tonight as well. What a difference having three guys in here just chipping away. You know, Anders Rowe, 6 points, but it makes a big difference. He's taking points off other riders. Yeah. Having Jason at reserve was very good as well, and Drew Kemp paid maximum was superb. Yeah. Sam had a couple of duff rides. It's very unlike the skipper, but it was fine because these guys came in and they made up for it. So a real team performance tonight, which is exactly what these fans will want to see going into two big matches coming up, Glasgow in the Cup, and then eventually we'll get them in the playoff as well. Yeah,
and you mentioned that there, John. It probably shows just how strong the team were, that Sam can score 6 points on the night and the team still finishes with 57, and it's probably the first night all season at home we've had 7 men firing to there or thereabouts. You know, as you mentioned, 6 points for Anders Rowe. I think that more than doubled his previous returns for the Monarchs. I paid maximum for Drew Kemp and paid 9 for Jason Edwards. You know, so that solid performance all the way down, and that made the difference. And on the night, an undermanned Redcar team, you know, they just couldn't back up those injuries. We obviously seen what happened to James Sargent last week. We wish James well. We seen him in the pits at Glasgow last week, and it was good to see him out and about. But between that, Michael Pam-Toft obviously still not quite where he needs to be fitness-wise. You could see that. And it was just I guess if you're a Bears fan, it's a wee bit of disappointment and a bit of a damp squib to end what has been an excellent season for the Bears.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you've probably seen Redcar come here as a stronger 7, but look, we've went to places where we've been maybe under strength and stuff like that. It's your luck whether you can get those 1 to 7 at that time. You can only beat what's in front of you, and we've absolutely done that tonight. And I think as well, it's been guys like Kai Thompson, Josh Pickering, Richie Worrell, who we've not mentioned yet. Real solid, real good performances for them, and we take that for granted.
Just want to say, particularly Kai. I mean, he won MSSC Rider of the Year last year, and I almost say it week on week now. You know, this is a guy that stuck only 25 matches or something in a British career, and you look down at a scorecard, a payday, and you actually forget to mention how good a night you had. You know,
you take it just for granted how good that young man is. Besides the moustache, he's had a great first season with us here, and you do take it for granted. And I was talking to Liam earlier on about how that 1, 3, 4 and 5 has not really moved all season. I think at one point they swapped Josh round, but
it's just a Richie's rider replacements.
It's been really solid through there, and hopefully between Anders, Jason and Drew, we've found that wee missing link just at the right time of the season. And riding like that tonight, you know, Glasgow, Poole, Leicester, whoever it is, you know, you'll fancy us at home against any of them.
Yep, and you mentioned that there. So next up, we know for definite is next Friday. It's the second leg of the KO Cup semi-final. So a 16-point gap to make up for the Monarchs. It's a bit of a disappointing performance. I was through at Ashfield last Sunday, and there was various reasons for it. Richie couldn't get a bike to get off the start at the beginning of the meeting, came good at the end. Josh, as we'll hear from Josh, he struggled with setup most of the night. And Glasgow are very good. It's not to take anything away from Glasgow at home, but you know, we've seen Cammy Brown was in the crowd tonight, so
the spies were here.
That's it, you know, and he knows what it's going to be like. No derby match is ever easy, but it gives Glasgow something to think about, and the Monarchs can take that momentum hopefully into next week.
I'm glad he was here tonight to see that, because that was as convincing a performance as Edinburgh have put on all season. So it might give him food for thought to go, listen, you know, you've got a job in their hands, and that might just put them on the back foot a wee bit going into Friday, knowing that, listen, these guys can come here and ride as well as we have tonight. So no, I'm really looking forward to Friday night. 16 points, a massive gap to make up, but again, 2 or 3 5-1s early on and you're right back in it.
Yep, and absolutely agreeing with what John said there was Josh Pickering. I caught up with Josh after the meeting. So Josh, big performance by the boys and finished the job, and now it's on to the semi-finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Redcar are a tough outfit, and they have riders that can ride quite well around here, and we're lucky that we're on our game tonight. You know, all the boys put in. Anders scored a few points, it was good. Jason scored a few. Drew, unbeaten. You know, Kai done his job. Richie was unbeaten until Elite 15. Sam, I think he had a night that was similar to mine on Sunday. It's just, you know, when he had his crash in the first one, plus I think me and him had the same problem. The engine's a bit too strong for here. But anyway, on to Friday and Saturday, which is great.
Yep, and you mentioned, obviously, we've spoken a few times during the season. You've obviously
one night when everyone clicks, it's really going to click, and we saw that tonight. You mentioned a maximum for Drew, I think it was 7, paid 9 for Jason at the bottom end. Anders, it's got a heat win and 6 points in there, 2 heat wins at least for everyone else. So just a powerhouse performance, and we know how tough it's going to be next weekend, but we can take a big boost from that tonight into the matches next week.
Yeah, it is going to be tough, but everyone's out here to be beaten. I'm not riding against riders that I haven't beat before, so I'm not worried about that. I know this place as good as anyone now. I've been here 5 years, so I'm not going to let anything worry me or anything like that. I was gating tonight, everything was fine. It's just this engine, she's a rocket ship. I've been riding around Sheffield all year, and like I said at Glasgow, my engine I've been riding here all year let go of me. So I'm just going to have to work out what I can do for the next couple of days, and then work out what we're going to do on Friday. I might have to buy that engine off Sam again, what I use at Birmingham.
Yeah, and you mentioned this, so Cup first on Friday. I mean, first leg, 16 points. Do the boys kind of view that as a bit of a 3 hit on Friday night then, or?
Just forget about it. Let's go out here, win tonight. How much did we win by today?
24.
Exactly, so we can do that. We can do that to anyone. It's, 16 points, it's doable. We can do that after the first 4 heats. It can be back square. So, again, just forget about the 16-point deficit. Just go out there, win every race, and that's all we need to do. And then at the end of the day, the better team will be in the final, and that's all it comes down to. We're all good riders, but when the team performs, that's when it's different.
And then the playoffs to come after that, I think the cups, everyone wants to win a cup, but the league's what it's all about, really. That's the one that the boys will be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not bothered about the cup, because we need to win this, and I'll get another 2 matches, so it's better for me. And I just want to win everything. I don't care whether it's a cup or the league, but to me as well, I've been here for 5 years now, and we haven't won the league since I've been here, and I want to turn that around this year. We've got a great team to finish strong for the end of the season. Everyone's healthy, everyone's fit. We've all had the full season to ride the place, learn the track, learn the setups, etc. It's just a shame that my engine let go when it did. Otherwise, I would have been dialed in again around here tonight, and I still got paid 13 or something, but was very uncomfortable for me, and I wasn't enjoying it to ride. In that last race, heat 15, I tried something, and I can't stop the thing from spinning. It just wants to keep going on me, and so I rode around half throttle the whole race just to get the thing to hook up. But anyway, on to Friday and Saturday, and we can see where we're going to stand after that.
Yeah, and you mentioned there, obviously, sort of 5 years over here now. It's been 5 years since the Monarchs won anything. You've probably heard guys like Sam and that talk about what it was like, or watched the DVDs back to nights like 2014 and 15. Just how desperate is this team to emulate those guys?
Yeah, I just want to win. I think obviously years ago and stuff, it'd been nice for the club, but the fans are here week in, week out, cold, warm, wind and rain, it don't matter. They're here and they're supporting us, and that's why I want to win for them as well. They've been great to me since I've been here, and I just want to win. Simple as that.
Josh is determined there, John. He said that himself. He's I think this is his 4th year in the team, 5 years since he became a Monarch, obviously with the year out, and still to win. And he knows some of these boys in the team had those league doubles and trebles in 14 and 15. He's seen the DVDs, he's heard the stories. He's desperate to be a part of that now.
No, definitely. I mean, we interviewed him during the meeting, and he said how poor he was at Glasgow on Sunday. And it's not like Josh to be as poor as he's been. We saw his results for Sheffield have been incredible, and we even saw that what he's done here. But maybe he's found out what the problem just at the right time. Yep. Maybe he had to go there, and we've got a mountain to climb there. But would you take the KO Cup over the league? I think I'd probably rather have the league. Yeah. So if these guys can get these things right now and give us a chance against them home and away in the playoff, and then it looks like Leicester or Poole from Leicester's result, from what I saw from the Heat 10. It looks like it could be any of those. So it's really shaping up to be 2, potentially 3 massive meetings. And if Josh can do what Josh can do, which we all know how entertaining he is, and he can make some starts now, then he'll be massive in those fixtures. Yep,
and obviously we've said that there next Friday, 7:30, where I keep thinking this is a Friday and
it's not. It's this Friday. You better be careful.
3 nights time, the 15th. Yep. Tickets will be on sale by the time this goes on Monarchs social media. The stream will be available as always, so pick up either of those. Get your tickets to come along. If you can't make it along, pick up the stream. We know it's not going to be easy. The Tigers have that 16-point lead, and one man who's desperate for them to defend it is Tom Brennan. I caught up with Tom in the pits at Ashfield after the first leg.
So Tom, a 16-point lead to defend in the second leg at Armadale. Must be pretty confident the Tigers can hold that on and get into the final.
Yeah, as you say, very, very confident going into to Edinburgh now. I think our whole team is definitely more experienced and obviously definitely all ready, and the momentum will carry us there. And the team you saw tonight should definitely bring us up to the final. So very, very excited.
And I think potentially it could be 2 matches next weekend. I think it might be Edinburgh in the playoffs as well. I don't think that's not been confirmed yet, but that's what we're hearing. So good confidence boost for the team that they know they can put a big lead on at Ashfield.
Yeah, as you say, if we end up getting Edinburgh again, I think they'd definitely be more nervous about coming here than I think they know. So no, for us it's great, and we obviously want to do as best as we can and try and win as much as we can, but we also have to keep level-headed and keep ourselves going. I mean, obviously Edinburgh's a great team, so we definitely can't become complacent. So, I think momentum will carry us there, but we definitely have to think of the positives tonight.
And from your own point of view, obviously tough season with what was happening at Eastbourne, but you found yourself in a pretty good place. You must be loving life at Glasgow.
Yeah, Eastbourne was hard. Eastbourne, that obviously deal was pretty hard, and obviously that was all in my comfort zone. I mean, obviously I've grown up in Eastbourne. I've raced Eastbourne almost every day of the year. So for me, to be taken out of my comfort zone and sort of placed into Glasgow with a new management, new team, new faces, new track, and it's obviously hard, and the same as Bellevue. So that's a whole new experience for me, and it's obviously trying to stay level-headed and trying to get to know people, without trying to rush. So for me, it's to try and keep putting those consistent scores in, because consistency is key at the moment, and unfortunately I haven't really had that. So for me, it's just to keep looking forward and take the positives from tonight.
And a chance for a big end of the season. Obviously you're in the playoff final in the Premiership, playoffs in the KO Cup and the Championship, and potentially an under 21 spot in the Speedway Nation. So still a lot to race for, and could be a great end to the season for you.
As you say, this year's been great to me anyway. I mean, we've had a lot of highs, we've also had some downs, and obviously it's somehow I've handled those downs that obviously is putting us back up, and have some great people to help me there. I've had obviously my mechanic Kyle, and obviously Craig. Everyone has been great to me, and for obviously me to have that support around me is great, and I obviously cannot wait to see what the end of the year brings.
Thanks very much, Tom. Well done tonight.
Right, thank you.
Tom there, and as we come to this, I assume he'll be here on Friday. We've seen he's been mentioned as the under 21 for the Speedway Nation, so it starts on Saturday. There is no practice or anything on Friday, but I don't know what the regulations are with signing in, and if Team GB are going to be together and whatever. So again,
they do some press stuff and things like that.
So just keep an eye on for that. But always good to talk to Tom. You've seen him again on Eurosport on Monday. A good bubbly young guy and going places, and he'll be one that hopefully is here, because I want to see him. He's a guy I enjoy watching, and it was a shame that Redcar didn't have it. When it comes to these matches, you want both teams to be at full strength, don't you? Then 7 against 7, no excuses, best team wins.
Yeah, I think so as well. And you look at the likes of Michael Palin, I'm calling Jordan Palin on Monday night as well. These guys are the future. You see Drew Kemp here tonight, so the future is bright. But you want to see these guys. You want to know you've won the league by beating the best 1-7s that are there. So if Tom's here on Friday, it'll be tough. You'll probably, it'll be tough with or without him. Let's be honest. So, but it'll be tough if he's here. A cracking young rider, and some good talent coming through for Team GB as well. And obviously, we'll see how they go on in the Speedway Nations.
So big weekend all abound. We'll be here on Friday. We think we're here on Saturday. That might have been announced by the time that comes out.
We'll see.
That's it. Playoff first leg Saturday, 7 o'clock. Tapes up for that one, and then through to Ashfield the week after, and some big meetings coming. We've got the Monarchs Tigers matches, we've got the Speedway Nations, and we've got Team GB against Poland including Smarslik, Janowski, Cabera at Ashfield on Tuesday. So for Scottish Speedway, what an October, what an end to the season, John.
It is brilliant to see these things north of the border. Glasgow have done well in putting on these fixtures. They had the Grand Prix qualifier earlier in the season. Absolute fair play to them for putting these sort of things on, because it's great to be half an hour, 40 minutes away, wherever you are, to go and see Bartosz Smarslik. The guy's been unbelievable.
I'll need to have a word. I'd backed him to win the World Championship this year, so come second.
Take him to the side.
A few readies, so I'll need to have a quiet word in the pits.
No, but having these guys come up here is unbelievable, and it puts us back on the map a bit as well. But here's hoping the Monarchs will put Scottish Speedway on the map as well this season, with a wee success, whether it be in the Cup or in the league.
Yep, that's it. All to race for. We're finishing up here. 57.33 was the final score for the Monarchs. 108.72 on aggregate. We don't leave you, of course, without our race of the week. This week we're going for Heat 9 and an interesting tussle.
Heat number 9, in which we'll have Lewis Kerr coming from gate 1, Josh Pickering in gate 2, Ryan Kinsley is supposed to be in gate 3, and he is. That'll be his third ride. And in gate 4, Kai Thompson.
Assistant start marshal Wayne Meikle was going to have to be a little bit sterner with the riders there, taking a little bit of time. I think the lights do make it look a little bit like the rider in gate 3 has a white helmet on. I can tell it is yellow from not looking at the monitor.
By Lewis Kerr, who swings out, but Josh Pickering takes the cunning line round the inside and gets to the front. Cleverly done by Josh. Kai's pressing Kerr as well. Lewis Kerr comes back on Pickering, just fails to pick him up. Good battle. Kerr swings to the outside, looking quick. Josh Pickering pulling away a wee bit. Kerr certainly not giving up. Whoop, mistake there by Lewis Kerr, I think. That could settle it. And it's a win for Josh. Lewis second, Kai third. And quite an interesting one there as Lewis really piled on the pressure after Josh had slipped through on that second bend.
Yes, heat number 9, our winning blue for the Monarchs, Josh Pickering. Second in white was Lewis Kerr. Third in red, Kai Thompson. 4-2 to the Monarchs. Major score on the night is 36 points to the Monarchs and 18 to the Bears. And that now means that Redcar need 6-5 nils to get a draw, if my maths is right.
So yeah, tough race there, and it was one of those ones, the score maybe wasn't competitive, the racing on track was tonight, but in the end the Monarchs head through. You can see everyone's now emptying out the stadium behind us. We're ducking in out the rain, hence why we're over here not in the tower. And this wasn't John being a diva or anything, this was a mutual decision to protect the equipment. But yeah, so next Friday, Friday coming, 3 days time, it's Glasgow in the KO Cup. Tickets available now, edinburghmonarchs.co.uk/tickets.
No, absolutely, I can't wait. If we do get back to back this weekend, then it'll be sensational. It's a game we spoke about, Scottish Speedway and all that sort of stuff. To have these fixtures at this stage of the season, having the two teams there battling it out is absolutely brilliant. So no, I can't wait. Very, very excited for Friday and for Saturday.